GB, United Kingdom, Vikings were not all white and some were Muslim. Oh my gosh. Pupils to be told in effort to ditch Eurocentric ideas. What a clown world. Yeah, I can imagine all those Vikings just praying towards Mecca before going into a raid and, good luck writing the Quran with Nordic runes. Viking Muslims. Oh, the Viking Muslims. School children are to be taught. Oh, that sounds so vile. Oh, that beginning is disgusting. This is dystopian. This is insane. School children are to be taught that Vikings were not all white and some were Muslim, according to guidance from an education and charity app urging tutors to abandon Eurocentric ideas. You know what? I know I called them clowns. I take that back. These are demons. The Brilliant Club has instructed tutors placed in schools to ditch traditional narratives in favor of a decolonized approach that moves subjects away from a Western focus. Is anyone going to be interested in removing subjects in Africa from an African focus? Is anyone going to be offended by the Japanese studying Japanese history? Or do they need to say now that the samurai were not Japanese? Do they need to say that all those castles that you see, gorgeous, beautiful art in Japan, and no, that it wasn't theirs? They need to say that now because we need to remove this Eastern focus. Am I right? What's next? Are we going to tell Native Americans, oh no, you don't belong here? This is the only thing that matters to these people. I'm bewildered. Instead, tutors are told to consider teachings that Vikings were a very diverse group of people with diverse religious beliefs. Man, they love the word diverse. There didn't used to be anything wrong with the word diversity. But now that they do stuff like this, now it's going to become a red flag, and I hate it because I love diversity, but not like this. The guidance urges tutors to consider that, open quotes, some Vikings became practicing Muslims, close quotes, due to Islamic goods being found in the graves of some Vikings. You don't know that. So wait. Oh, this is insane. Thought to have been attained by trade. No, wait. So you're telling me the silver that those Vikings stole from the monasteries in Lindisfarne, after butchering all the monks, they're Christian now? That makes them Christian, does it? Oh, they love Jesus. They loved that silver and gold inlaid crucifix of Jesus because they loved Jesus. Had nothing to do with the silver or anything like that. So that's how you say these were Muslim. Unbelievable. The charities, even if some Vikings converted to Islam, what the heck did they buy? Half a moon? Even if they did, that would be such an insignificant percentage within any given Norse population cluster as to be numerically irrelevant. You could teach it as an interesting anecdote, not as Vikings weren't all... by the way, isn't this like pagan deletion? It's not like they care anyways, but this is insane. The charity states there is an imperative to provide material to students that they can relate to and connect with. Oh, there is plenty... Okay, so first, if the imperative is to provide material to students that they can relate to, it means that these students are Muslims, right? Well, there is plenty of Islamic history that they can learn and connect to, right? I swear to you, they don't need. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that a lot of the parents of these Muslim children are not going to appreciate that you're trying to connect them to Nordic culture and pagans, in fact. But I'm just going out on a limb. I don't know. If you're a Muslim and you're watching this, could you please let me know? Can we find one thing where a Christian and a Muslim can agree on that this is a clown world? How about that? The last large-scale study of Viking DNA conducted by the University of Cambridge, suggested that diversity in Scandinavian genetics came from other parts of Europe and what is now Russia. Doesn't make it Islamic. And once again, I told you that it was going to be Russia. I told you. Do you know? Yeah, The amount of people in that area that would have been blown. The guidance is intended to make lessons more relatable for pupils. This is the only truth. Guys, I swear if I don't do this, no one else will. This is the only true thing that they said in this entire... Disgusting. The guidance is intended to make lessons more relatable. Not real, not true, not accurate, never mind historically accurate, relatable. The Charities approach contrasts a decolonized narrative with what it described as a Eurocentric and colonized version of history. Well, you know what? If you have a problem with Eurocentric history, there is a system, there is a way to do that. I would ditch this because it's mega cringe, the term decolonized, but we focus too much on Europe in the study, fine. Rather than deleting, replacing, and removing real European history, leave it in there because it's important to study, no matter how much you hate it. It's the basis of Western civilization. And add modules for the students about Asia, about the Middle East, still in Asia, but about Africa, Native Americans. Heck, I would have loved it when I was a 13-year-old if people could have told me and taught me about all of these different cultures. This is the right way to avoid any centric position. Also, they never seem to have a problem with Afrocentric ideas, versions of history, do they? Its guidance stresses that making courses more relatable is not simply about adding token black figures into courses. I can't believe they use the word token black. Oh, that is so disrespectful, borderline racist, if I can say so myself. The Brilliant Club runs a scholarship program that places PhD students in more than 800 schools to tutor and privileged pupils. Okay. The charity has created 2 decolonizing your course toolkits to help tutors with the courses they deliver, to help tutors with the indoctrination messages they deliver, make sure that they say what's appropriate by the state at this point. Sounds somewhat familiar to 1940s Germany. The guidance forms part of a broader decolonizing work that seeks to move away from Western accounts of history and science. So what accounts of science are we gonna look into then? This approach is extended to terminology controversies, of course it does. Language, first control the language, then control the mind. Am I right? Hit that like button if you think like me, if your mind is still free. With the guide noting the, open quotes, controversial nature of the term Anglo-Saxon, close quotes. Oh, now I see why everyone has been spamming my comment sections. There's nothing wrong with being Anglo-Saxon because they say it's controversial. Spam it. Do it. Do it now. Fill the comment under this video with nothing wrong with being Anglo-Saxon. You have my blessing. It states, this was not the term the people then used to refer to themselves. Okay, neither was the word African. I know I keep saying African, but it's not because I have any problem, like idiots say, with Africa. It's simply because the same logics, that's what I'm doing. I'm double-checking the inner logics and the logical consistency of their belief system. That's all I'm doing.